Okay, so before we start off today's video, if you are watching someone who I mentioned in this video, I'm sorry. I really am sorry for thinking you were this stupid. But seriously, just please try not to get triggered. Disclaimer, I accidentally added a black top. But with all that said, let's begin this week's video. So, in my early years of school, i.e. kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, which is going to be what we're talking about in this video, I've met some pretty dumb kids. And I found that perfectly expressed in this meme from a certain movie that I won't say the name of. Dumb kids everywhere. I can't stop laughing at that. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean any harm or to offend anyone at all in who I mentioned in this video, as said in the disclaimer. And I said that completely wrong. I'm pretty sure I completely messed that up. But I don't mean to offend anyone at all in this video. So, proceed at your own risk if you're some of the kids featured in this video. One of them being Timmy from kindergarten in California. 3 of the dumbest kids I went to school with. Number 3, Timmy. Just getting in a comfortable position while I sit. Timmy was a pretty weird kid. As you can see from this perfect interpretation of him, he had some humongous buck teeth. I used to make fun of him and call him Jimmy Turner, where he would burst out in tears and tell the teacher, and my kindergarten teacher was real chill. She would just laugh and tell him to go and have fun, or something like that. He was hilarious, but also pretty dumb. One time, at a friend's birthday party, we were at the mall, and there was a Pokemon Center. The real-life version, not the actual. As I was saying, but my recording cut off, not the actual game version, as seen by the red X, this real-life version. And how do I know? And I actually looked up the picture, and this is the same Pokemon Center. How do I know it is? There's a Wii. If you look real close, you can see the Wii menu. So we were at a friend's birthday party, and we reserved part of the food court for this party. We reserved one table, which was right next to Auntie Annie's, and that Auntie Annie's, by the way, there's also an Aunt Anne's, which is kind of weird, was right, both of those were right next to a Pokemon Center, which included a little machine where you could, like, buy Pokemon toys. Just whatever that little girl is standing right next to, I can't remember. A thing, that TV, I'm pretty sure you could watch episodes of Pokemon anime on. Whatever Pokemon anime was new at the time, I don't know. But more importantly to this story, that beautiful Wii. Yep, there was a Wii, aka the king of playing of your mom walking downstairs in the middle of you playing a Wii game, and and it looks like you're strangling the Wii remote trying to figure out how to hit that baseball. So yeah, on that Wii, there were two games you could play, but they were both the same, but with one crucial difference. One with the full version, one with the demo. In that game, Pokemon Rumble. Thankfully, not the Wii U version. It was the original Wii version, where it was basically like where it's basically kind of like Zelda or League of Legends. Which, by the way, my brother, he's also a YouTuber. Plays a lot of his YouTube name is C-Pickle. You should check him out. He's really great. He makes League of Legends videos. He hasn't made a video in a long time, like I'd say a month or two. But anyway, check him out. So back to this story. So we went on the Wii because we were sort of friends. And so I'm like, all right. So I was about, so he started, so he made his cursor go over the, he took the player 1 remote, and he made his cursor go over the demo version of Pokemon Rumble. And I said, I think we should play the full version. And he's like, no, we need to play the demo. And I'm like, dude, 1 is demo. 2, don't ever talk like that ever again. And 3, the full version is better because in the demo we can only play the first level, and we can only choose like Pikachu or something. But in the full version, we have all the Pokemon, and all the levels. And so I quickly took his remote, and I selected the demo and pressed start. And he immediately burst into tears and tried to hit me. Like he tried hitting me, but I dodged his attacks as if it was like wave dashing and melee. Not sure where I was going with this. And he threw a huge fit and caused a lot of attention to turn towards him. Eventually, the kid's mom got him to settle down, but he was pretty mad at me. Number 2. Like a big pizza pie. I'm sorry for showing that. Robert. Now this kid just loved to not listen to the teacher at all and scream at the top of his lungs. One time, after he screamed at the teacher about how his morning work was too hard, even though it was literally just mostly word problems, he still screamed at the teacher. He got in trouble a lot. He should have been suspended. But one time, after he was screaming at the teacher, my friend whispered in my ear, "Yeah, I totally didn't need my ear," because he screamed that loudly. Sometimes he would cause such a stir in the school that sometimes teachers and kids in other classes would hear him screaming at the top of his lungs. Sometimes teachers would even come in to see what all the commotion was about. This kid was just insane. And if you're watching, I kinda hated you. You were kind of a little bit rude. But still, though, this kid was a humongous idiot sometimes. Like, honestly, if I were to count the number of times he screamed because of him being an idiot, I'd say I could fill up the length of the time I wasted playing Epic Mickey Power of Illusion on my 3DS. Nasty. So yeah, that meme from before, it perfectly subscribe. I almost said subscribe. Please subscribe. It almost perfectly, in fact, it perfectly describes all the kids in this video. Ugh. And basically, my young life. Sorry, I burped. But Quentin, I thought there were 3 kids that were supposed to be mentioned in this video. You only talking about 2. Everybody unsubscribe. Da 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 da. Wilbur, where do I even begin? This kid was in my class in 2nd grade as well, but he was always quiet. But in 3rd grade, he wasn't in my class, but boy did he love stalking me. Seriously, in 3rd grade, he wasn't in my class, but he started coming out of his shell a lot, and he was really weird, and I noticed him watching me sometimes. And I avoided this kid a lot. He eats bugs. He admitted this to me. And I mean, seriously. He talks really weirdly. In fact, one time when we were in music class, he was asked to come up and sing, and this is how he sung. The music teacher just made him sit down and not talk at all for the duration of the time that we were in that room. He was so weird. He talked about the weirdest things. And was weird around the teacher. I think he had a crush on the teacher. Ugh. Nasty. Usually I hate my teachers. No offense to if any of my teachers are watching this video at all. Please, don't get offended. But honestly, that kid was just so weird. Warning! No Wii's were harmed in the making of this video. So yeah, the Wii is the greatest.